Right, good morning, and back in the cabin today with John, first time for a few months, and we're playing a game of Black Powder, and it's the American Civil War today. It's a fairly simple scenario that both commands have realised the importance of this junction here, and the Union have acted more quickly and have sent a cavalry brigade who are now in this area here. The brigade consists of 3 regiments and a horse gun, and now they're awaiting reinforcements because they know the rebels are coming up the road here. Now, today we're trying something a little bit different, and in the core rule book, the Battle of Antietam scenario is a different way of bringing on reinforcements. And as you can see, I've placed 3 commands, as John has on his side, and each command has a counter, and this counter is numbered between 3 and 5. The leadership qualities for all commanders today is 8, so you minus the number on the counter. For example, if this was a 5, to activate this reinforcement you'd need a 3 or under. So it's fairly difficult to bring on first of all. But each move that goes by will reduce the number on the counter by 1, so eventually we'll get stuff coming on. The reinforcements will vary from for each commander. I've written a few down here. You don't know what you're going to get till it turns up. And I think that's about it, John. Quick talk about the terrain today. Woods, half movement, only 1 move allowed in a wood. Fences, you get soft cover from small arms, but not artillery. Walls, you get cover from artillery. And I think that's about it. I think that's all the major points. And we'll get going.
Brilliant.
Right, and we're off.
Right, so only 1 move for the Union forces, and that is to fire this gun. I think it's clearly over 18. I think it probably goes straight ahead. Oh, in fact, they can't see that one. So it'll be the chaps going down the road.
Okay. So the hit is, we're a bit rusty.
Yes.
Is it 3 or 4? It's 4, isn't it?
I think it's 4,
Yeah.
and then it's long
Bolt
range.
action's 3, isn't it?
Yes.
4, long 5.
Okay, so it is 4 down to 5. Oh!
Oh!
Strike.
So I'm saving on 4s normally, goes to 6.
Did you pop the...
I didn't even turn it off, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's good. Well.
Right, so... Right, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. First blood. Right, so my turn.
Yes.
Right now. I forgot how to play.
I was thinking, a chance for me to rally and remember how to play.
There you go. Now, so I can move 12 inches, can't I? Get a free move if I can't. If I failed an order. So this guy here, we'll go this guy here, is going to move 12 inches over there and form into line. Which he does.
Oh, brilliant.
He moves to the centre and forms line. They're round the command stand.
Yes. That's a good reminder, because anybody who saw our last video will have seen me doing some, frankly, cringe-some things.
But it seemed the thing to do at the time.
Yeah. Although I was watching it back this morning to try and remind myself of the rules, and yes, I was thinking, oh, I can't believe I did that. He's very kind of letting me away with that.
Well, it's only when you look back, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll go into here and then move half and move forward. So I think that's 2 moves. 6. And column, that's okay. So I'll move up to the wood and then 6 inches into it. These guys in the woods will move to the left. 8, that's good enough, isn't it? Because they're in column.
Yes, yeah.
coming out of the wood. Hopefully make short work of the cavalry. And these guys here will move forward and then deploy into line and not here. 9. Onto a road. I'm on the road, aren't I? So
Yes.
I think they can do that. It's -2 column on the road.
I was going to say, yes.
So I think they'll move forward and then deploy
Brilliant.
into line. All going swimmingly. And as usual, my thoughts this morning was I was going to use my artillery in a more aggressive way, and they're right at the back again. They'll move up just behind. 10
No,
deployed in column. That's 9. That's not enough, is it?
that's still not a move, yeah.
Okay, that's me done.
Yes.
Oh, now, do I test for the reinforcements? Should we leave it till the next move? Or now?
I'm happy either way, really, because what we could have is arriving next turn.
Yes, they could. I mean, what we'll do, once they do come on the table, they'll just appear.
Yes.
One move, like
Yeah.
we normally do. We'll start next.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure there's anything I want to do here other than stand and shoot and hope that this is 18 inches. So we will do firing. I think actually I've got the range for these guys in the front. I can't quite see it.
Yeah.
Is that
I think so.
brilliant? So this is 3 dice. Come on, John, check properly.
Yes, 3 dice.
3 dice. 18.
But do I get unclear?
I think so because I'm.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so because I'm shooting for the most part over a fence. So that's. Not done this for a while.
5.
5s. Okay, so 3 shots on a 5. 2 hits.
2 hits, and I'm saving on 4s. Lose 1.
Moving along, my hope is that this will be in normal range. So that'll be.
Yes, that'd be 18, won't it?
Yeah. So it's still 1 shot 'cause it's 2, 1, 1. So it's 4, 5, or 6.
All hit.
Fine.
I'm saving hit by artillery at long range or medium. It's medium range, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm saving on 6. They take another one.
And then have these guys got the range because they're slightly oblique? I don't think they do.
They just off, don't they?
Right, okay. Well, I can't complain about that round of shooting. So that's back
so
over
back
to you.
to me. Right, let's move this guy here in column over the fence, up to that fence and deploy into lines. So that looks quite a distance to me. There's 12 inches there, so 6 inches off the first part. 6 in column. Oh no, they're still in the wood, aren't they? So I think I could probably just pop over there.
Or do you want to do 2 moves? Because technically the command guys are out.
So I've got 2 moves, haven't I?
Otherwise, you've got a real snake of guys that are going to.
So I think so. I've got 6.
So
Column of march is 5.
yeah.
So it's half a
Oh.
move there, half a move here. I think I could probably get up to there,
I think so.
but not deploy.
Okay.
I think once over the fence, they'll be all right to get over that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I think otherwise you end up having to
Yeah.
hop fences, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
in
And they'd take the
move.
fence down anyway, wouldn't
Yeah, yeah.
they? Move up to the dubious protection of the fence with this one. Like that. That's stay in reserve. This will move 6 inches to the front. Which they do. That's one pen. Artillery will move as far forward up to the fence and deploy.
Oh
Which
no,
they won't.
they're really reluctant.
So I can't move him now, can I?
Yes, you can.
You
Yes,
can.
you can after it breaks down.
So can I move him to here and rally them off? But they've already activated.
No, yeah, and I think because you failed that it has to
Yeah.
be, but you can move. I think this
Yeah.
was what we were getting wrong in our very first game was.
I can move him
Yeah,
to there,
he gets a free move.
and these will fire because they move once
Brill.
across there. So range is okay. They're rifle muskets. So base is 4. Your skirmish order, so it's 5.
Right.
Now do you get the fence as well?
I think I get that on my save, don't I? Do I?
Oh yes, you do, don't you? So 5. 2 hits.
2 hits. I'm still saving on
3.
3s. And I make 2 saves.
Oh, it's going to be tough to shift, I think.
Mm.
And so what I'll do is I'll activate, see if I can activate the
Oh, yes.
reinforcements. So this one,
You don't have to tell me. You can just tell me if you
Um,
fail or pass.
okay,
So I know how to.
no, fail. So he'll go down to there. This one, which is there. He doesn't do it either.
I'm not sure if I should even watch these rolls. I can probably figure out who's where.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do mine here. Oh. What am I even thinking about? That's miles away. I'll do it the other way.
It was extreme enough to think maybe.
Glimmer of hope.
We decided this cavalry is marauders while.
Well mounted,
Well
but not
mounted.
dismounted.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do then is with this unit of cavalry, the 8th Illinois, as it says on the little back plate here, they are going to form column of march, sorry, and move as far as we can onto the road.
Very good.
They get an 8, so they are simply forming a column of march. So it's nice to have mobile troops to go and do something different. Right, now we're back into the firefight. We are still within 18. However, it is 3 shots hitting on
4s.
4s because you're up against the fence, but you get the save. And that's 2 hits, and I've got a disorder.
That's a disorder. That's disordered. And 2 hits. I'm saving on 3s because I'm on the fence. Come on.
Oh,
Saves them both, thankfully.
right. Next, I will fire the cannon, which is, I don't know why, I measure all the measurements I made last turn. But so that's still 1 shot, but this time on a 4, 5 or 6. Miss.
Have you peaked?
Yeah, it's happened. Turn 3. Now, these guys haven't quite...
What do we do? Within 12 is it automatic?
yeah, it's without seeing, which I'm not,
No.
so...
But you can fire at these, can you?
no, they're not quite in... Oh,
And they move a bit further forward.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Squeaked it in.
Yeah, so 2 dice, you think there?
I think so, because of the oblique angle. So that'll be
4s.
4s, and both miss anyway. Any time it's not sure.
So your reinforcements.
So my reinforcements, so super secret.
Super secret.
No, miles away. Similarly, trying to get 8. Nope. I can tell that even before I looked. And that's too high as well. So there we go. So I will swap these down.
I'll try and think of a way out of this muddle. So, Confederates. This regiment is going to cross the fence and deploy into line.
Oh, across the fence.
Which
Oh,
they
yeah.
do. So that's there. I think we'll have a slightly oblique angle. But that was 2 moves, so they can't fire. I think. Now these are in. Can these deploy into line?
I think so, because
There's
otherwise.
one move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which they do. That was one move. Now these. I think we're going to move these to here.
Oh, right.
See how far I can get. So it's going to have to go through friends, which is not a deduction in movement, but I think there's something, isn't there?
There was a passage of lines.
Yeah. Then hop over the fence.
If less than 24 inches from enemy, the advancing unit has to pass through more than half. So is it half the unit?
So I think we're within 24, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll 1 dice. +1 if the advancing unit has no casualties, which it hasn't. +1 if general is with either unit.
Well, he's not though, is he?
So it's
So I need over 4, don't
it's
I?
basically a morale save.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine, isn't it?
Easy peasy.
That's if they can get moving. So I think it'll be 2 moves, won't it? To get across
Because
there.
there's a fence, yeah. Oh,
What can
wow.
I do? So they're certainly up for it this morning.
Absolutely.
So that'd be.
It would be useful if they just said it's morale save.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, because we don't often do that, do we?
No.
Right, so they got one casualty already. He moves up there and tries to take one of those.
Do you want to move your artillery first?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good
Although
idea.
you might fail now and then not be able to rally.
You jinx it. I'll put
Yeah.
it as far forward as I can and unlimber.
Oh,
no! So
So you go rally down.
no, I can't. Oh, I suck it in there, John. Right, so
They've rolled 10 on their.
They have. They-
successive 10s.
they're not happy. So these move twice. They're blocked. Now these move once.
Yes, so they can.
They can fire. So we'll fire into the cavalry, needing 5s because you're extended order, aren't you?
Yes.
Gets 1, which is a disorder.
Disorder
6.
and.
You've got a good save, haven't you?
Yeah, that's a 4,
So-
so it's a save. But it's disorder.
So moving down the line, I'll now try and bring on some reinforcements. So the chap's nearest the camera. Right. This is how we do it. No. No. Yes.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, that was a 6, but I've got a
Good.
2.
Brilliant.
So they go to.
Head up there.
Just said the number out loud. I don't think you heard.
No, I didn't.
2. So that's the top left-hand corner here. What we do is get the Confederates. I'll take.
Blank.
No. There is a blank in there.
Oh, it's
Oh
there.
yeah, I just realised that. Oh. Not quite. Now we've got 2 cavalry regiments and horse artillery.
Oh my goodness.
So they come on. We'll need 1 gun, the same stats as the Union chaps.
Brilliant.
Right, so that's that. And it's over to you.
Oh dear. Right. Well, that's become a different kettle of fish. I think I'm going to try a follow me order from the mounted cavalry, and they are going to. Well, we'll see if it happens. So they're going to about face and come back over here. because this all seems.
Oh, so
like
do you have to get the general to pass?
it has to be a one. It's one command test, and then he will come with them and lead them for 3
That's right.
moves.
Yes.
And that's a 6, so that's
Okay.
right. So he's going to come here.
And that's 3 moves, then,
We're
isn't
going to one move is the about
it?
face.
Very good.
No, it's 18 inches per move. So that first move, or second move, in fact, will take us up to here.
It's 12 over, isn't it?
It's 12 over.
Is that the last order? Normally?
Yes, it has to be the last order, but I've got nothing else
Yeah.
to do with my guys. But looking at this, it's to be honest, I felt very confident right up to the point where the advance line formed, and then some
The
cavalry
max,
turned
yeah.
up. Yeah. So I was almost thinking, do I let them make themselves a nuisance? So that's that. We will now commence firing. I think I'm going to start from the right. I think they have to fire at the nearest enemy.
I think they do
in their
in
front
front
line. So
arc.
it's
isn't
going to be
it?
these
Yeah.
guys, which is a bit of a shame.
I can't see them lasting very long. That.
No,
Four
well,
units.
so it is 3 dice, 4 5s or 6s. And then entirely missed.
Oh, so it gets away with that one.
So next, now close range is 6 inches,
Yeah.
so this will be 1 dice at 4 5 or 6. And a miss.
And you
Oh
get
dear,
away
we're
with
getting
it.
panicked. And again, I think
I think you might have to go for
we will
that.
have to go for these because they're
Yeah.
the nearest. So this is going to be 3 dice. Well, it's going to be 5s because we're disordered.
Oh,
And they miss. It's an entirely useless round of shooting.
They're going to be having like a rash.
Turn of the screw happens. Everyone's aim goes to pot. Now I better roll some reinforcements.
Yeah.
So that will be still very hard to come on. Nope. Nope.
Oh,
Come on. Yes.
Bucker. No, I thought they
These
get away with
guys are
it.
coming on. That was my, well, it's 3 and I got I've thrown it away now, but I got a 5. So these will come on, which is helpful.
Oh, yeah, so.
But, oh yes, I need to select Iron Brigade, Iron Brigade, Iron Brigade.
They're not in it today.
Oh no,
No,
Irish
not
Brigade,
after
then. Irish
the-
Brigade.
After their ridiculous outing last time.
Blank!
No way! Was it?
See if it'll read this. Yes.
Now, how would you do it so thick? I think for game purposes, we'll leave that there this go.
Yeah.
And if you replace the counter,
Yeah.
what it was, and minusing another one?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
You just miss out, yeah.
Yeah. No, otherwise.
It'd be too
Yeah.
uneven, I think.
Whew. Well, that's a bit of a shame.
Right, no, it's very good. So, back to the courageous Rebs. Now you see, that was good, them coming on, but I don't know what to do now. I'm in a bit of a pickle with the cavalry. What I'll do, I'll come back to those. Now, that disorder now comes off, I think, doesn't it? Cool.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does, yes. In fact, I think this should
Yes,
be
I
at
think
the end
yours
of your
comes
own
off as
turn.
well.
Yeah.
The front, this one here, I'm going to move forward right up to here.
Ooh.
8. That's good enough, isn't it? They've got one casualty already, so I've got to be a bit careful. They'll stay there. These will move forward as well. One move, which they don't, so that all breaks down. So they still can't rally, can they? The artillery's still there. I'll come back to the shooting of that after these, don't I?
Yes.
I'll do a brigade move and send these. That'll be 2 moves up to the fence. 9, which is good enough because they're.
Oh, they're in column.
Yes, so they move
That's
as usual. The artillery brings up the rear. Right, so shooting. So these here will fire at the dismounted cavalry. 3 shots, requiring 4s. No, my turn. These will fire at the artillery. 3s, because they've been 6.
Yes.
Centred to closest, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's 2 hits on the artillery.
And that's saving on 4s up to
6s.
2s.
So, sorry, 2s,
Because
yes, other way, yeah.
So that's 2 saves.
Okay. And these will fire across there. 3 dice requiring 4s.
Ooh. So
2 hits including disorder.
Which is not what I wanted because I'm contemplating a dash away at this point. Thinking, so sorry, that was 2. And so they're on 3s, which are both okay.
But the disorder was.
Disorders.
And looking at my reinforcements, guy in the middle needs. Oh! Fail. And this guy down here. Fail. I quite like the idea, the way of doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you, John.
At this point, I was thinking if I'd taken a lousy round of shooting that I was going to withdraw and maybe try and take up, find angles that weren't quite so expansive. As it is, because that unit's high and dry and those units are disordered, I think I'm probably going to stay for another round of shooting. So, however, I'm going to prepare for these guys coming. I'm going to, these units, obviously they're currently accompanied by the general. I'm going to move across to here as far as I can get. And if I've got enough moves, dismount in a line that way. But I suspect
See if you're within 12 of my. You are, so it's 1 off, isn't it? Of your command. But it's counted because if it's -1 within.
Yes,
But you're in column, so that's.
yes, so it counters, so it's a flat 8. I had forgotten about that we're now.
I read that this morning.
Very good. 8, so it's only 1 move. Now, I've got to cross a fence. So actually, now, will it be up to the fence?
It's not 6 off, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you're just over the
So
top.
probably the first unit's over the fence.
Wall.
The wall, yes.
Yes.
We call these stone structures walls, John. It's back to cavalry artillery all over again.
I thought to myself, do I say something on camera?
No, I
That
don't.
is a wall.
Right, now having decided to stay and pray, let's do shooting. I'm going to start with this unit against these guys at short
So it's
length.
3s, isn't it?
Yeah,
That was the problem. I should have got something out of that. We
yes.
were so close.
but I'm worried because of course I was thinking, what is the disadvantage of having these dismounted guys? But in a charge, they're not going to be as good because they're essentially loose order.
Yeah.
That's the rub. So that's 3 dice at close
Yes, I could have
range.
put a charge in there, couldn't I?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were.
Never thought of that. I'll think about it next go if they survive.
You could do a general brigade move.
Yeah.
So 3 dice hitting on 3s, and that's 3 but no disorder.
3, so that's saving on. I mean, 4s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they lost 2, so they're now shaken.
However, I need to conclude my firing.
Yes.
I can't scare them away out the way of the cannon to shoot something else. However, you're now at 2 shots for the cannon at this point at 3, 4, 5 or 6, and that's 2 hits.
Saving on
Sixes.
sixes. Come on, you can do this. No, so that's another 2.
And unfortunately,
Got to be.
it's got to be them as well. However, they're disordered, so it's down. And in fact, you're not close range for the purposes of them, so that is 5. Yes. Oh, but they still get 3 hits
And
a disorder.
And a disorder. Oh dear. That 3 hits. 4 ups. Oh, that's another 3. So I think that could be a morale test. So it's -1 for the disorder.
Yes.
You don't get an extra -1, do you, for the shake? It's
No,
just
we agreed. It's just.
Yeah. But then it's another 5 over, so it's -6.
In fact, we decided, or I sort of investigated last time. Shaken doesn't affect break tests. It's only disordered.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, it says disordered
I
or
know,
shaken.
but this is. I think this is somebody's made-up sheet.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And they've copied and pasted from shooting, which is -1 shaken or disordered. But
Okay.
actually, I looked because I ended up looking at something in the rulebook. I'm like, oh right, okay, it's only disordered.
Well, surely it would have an adverse effect being shaken.
Yes, but the adverse effect is that you have to take the break test.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes. So it's not as serious as disorder, is
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's -6 anyway. So that's 3. I don't think that's good, is it? 4 or less, break. So they're off. They run away. Didn't like what they saw.
Yeah. They were egged on by poor shooting in the previous point, but suddenly at close range, everyone remembered which end. Right, that's the only shooting I've got. So I'm now going to try and get some of these on. Definitely not on by a mile. Oh, this one's on. So mid-centre is on, which is useful. And then that's on. So
to centre.
that was 2. I managed to 6. This.
So there's no more.
Blanks, thank heavens. My mystic ability. The Irish Brigade!
Ah! So the Irish get there in time.
Thank heavens.
Now
Save
what
the
do I do?
day.
Do I keep pushing on? Oh, that's a bit imposing.
Mm.
Right, so all done, John?
Yes. And I think their disorder comes off because it's the end of my turn.
Right, so all of a sudden with that brigade turning up, I can't see myself breaking. I really need to get up to that fence there and that wall
Yeah.
to have any chance of holding you off. But that cavalry are quite difficult to shift because it's the save, isn't it? And,
Yes, yeah.
do I wait another move and get the guns up? I think I'll try and get the guns up. So what I could do a follow me, couldn't I?
Yes.
Down to the guns.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll do.
Ooh,
So
yes,
6.
there we
So
go.
he moves down here, and then it's 3 moves,
3 moves,
which
yeah.
will be up here then, won't they?
Yeah,
And deploy
yeah.
to there.
And suddenly,
And he's up there. Fire. Now over here, I'm gonna move as far as I can and deploy, dismount, which I think is a free move, isn't it?
yes.
And deploy into line behind the fences as a brigade move. On a 9,
That's +1, so that'll be 1 move again.
yes. So they're 12 inches then, aren't they, over the fence? Which would bring me up to the road. Up there. The guns move up behind. Testing for reinforcements. This guy here. They're good. They're coming on.
Ooh, here we
There's
go.
a 1. And down the bottom here, you can see, just down on the road, they're on as well.
Oh, here we go. It's all happening.
Quick shuffle. That one, and that one. Now here we go.
Pray for a blank, everybody. Separated.
Oh, infantry brigade, rebel yell, stubborn, smooth bores. And this one over here, just point down there. Blank, bugger. So that goes back to,
One more than it
One,
was
that goes back to,
just there.
right, so. I wish I'd never put these here, I wish I'd put them somewhere else.
It's difficult when you get these sort of natural bottlenecks.
Yeah,
Yeah. You didn't do yourself any favours with the.
No, I didn't, did I? Just think it through a bit more. That's scheming.
But nobody can accuse you of setting the game up for your advantage.
Funny, in exactly the same order the last lot came on. So they're smooth balls. Rebel yell, stubborn. Oh, what's stubborn? Oh, what's stubborn now? I've written that down somewhere. Stubborn. Reroll one failed morale save, which will be quite handy. But I forget to do that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do a bit of shooting, John, before my time is
I
up.
was thinking we did reinforcements and then shooting, which it makes no difference,
No.
does it?
So, 3.
Other than,
Yes, I should do that first, shouldn't I?
oh well, they're buoyed on by knowing that behind them is another column of troops.
That's there. So I think 3. They can fire as well. So that'll be another 3. Probably 4s. That's 4 hits,
Ooh,
including
and
the
the
disorder.
disorder. So the disorder comes out.
No. What did I get? Because you're open order, aren't you?
Yes.
So,
Oh, they were all 5, so
Well,
they're
5 and
6,
6,
I
yeah.
think, yeah. Oh, we'd forgotten that. So that's 4 saves on 3s, which I make all but 1.
that's the important disorder.
Yeah.
Now these will fire across here at the cavalry, and they really do need a 6 there. Get the
Ooh, and they do it.
6, but they don't get the 4 misses. So there's 1 hit,
1 hit.
but it's a good save.
So that's a 4, so yes, they save there.
So back to you.
Ooh. I think I got off very lightly on that shooting, but it's interesting the way it works out this game. That I keep thinking, right, well, it's time to, when I get the chance, take these cavalry away, save them so they don't get absolutely destroyed, and put these guys in their place. But actually, disengaging once you're engaged is very hard.
Yeah.
Right, on that note.
Can you not mount up disordered then?
No, I don't think so. I think because the turn is basically spent doing the getting people to quelling the disorder.
Yes.
So I will carry on. I'm going to 1 move to here, and then we're going to dismount and change.
Oh, behind the wall.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
But that's going to be 2 moves. And that's a 7, they're in columns, so that's a 6, so that's done. So that will be 1 move to here. And I've done the thing that I always do, luckily it's fairly obvious, is whenever I'm dismounting cavalry, I take the cavalry away, then forget where I put them.
Unfortunately, behind a wall.
Yes.
See, there you go. You're behind a wall. I'm behind a fence.
Yeah, you've been very kind to me on the
Yeah, I'm gonna have to,
wall front.
I'm going to have to change my way of thinking.
It's all fences that side of the
Yeah,
road.
isn't it?
This is a better class of farming.
Yeah.
Happens this side. Right, so that's them. These guys can't move because they're disordered. These can't move. Should I get the gun out of the way? I don't think so. I think it needs to stay, and we can desperately try to fend these guys off. I think I'm going to break down already because I don't think I can do a useful brigade move that gets me anywhere but a little bit further. So I'm going to start with the guys on the road. They are going to march as far as they can on a sort of L shape to this wood and form a line facing that way. And they get a double two.
Oh.
So 12 to here. That's sort of part of the way, and then. So actually, I think
you've done it, haven't you?
manage it. Is that really useful, or have you just blocked a lot of movement? I'm not sure. Right, moving on. I am going to move the artillery as far forward as possible. They're in columns, so it's +1. And they get a blunder.
Page
Page
32.
32.
Page 32.
So that's a double 1 followed by a double 6.
Always going to happen.
That is a 3.
3, not too bad. Move to the left.
Move to the left.
No. Make a move to the left in its own left quarter as far as it can go.
Right, there's a cliff here.
Oh, call that a normal hill.
Okay, so it's going to be a 12-inch move.
Not too bad. You get to
Well, I'm going to say we've taken a sharp turn left. So that's not terrible
not
because I'm
terrible.
up on a hill.
Opens it up a little bit, really.
Yeah. However, it also kills everybody else dead.
Yeah, of course it does.
As far as anything further. No. So shooting at this point, we'll start from here. They're going to shoot now. Really, they've not got any damage on them.
No.
I think if I could disorder your artillery, that'd be really helpful. So I'm going to shoot at them.
So it's 4s, open all 5s.
Yes, down to 6 because I'm
6s.
disordered. And nothing. Artillery against artillery. So that will again be, now they're within the 18, so that's 4, 5 or 6, but open order
5s.
5s. And it's just 1 dice. Missed.
Right now,
Yeah, it's suddenly looking, I think we will go for these guys. Because they're, it'll be 4s down to 5s because I'm disordered. And that's 1 hit.
Okay. Same with a 4. Oh! Yes, unfortunate.
Absolutely washout. Right, and then the last over here is we.
Was it? Yes, that was 1.
Oh no,
Yeah,
they've made 2 moves.
yeah.
You're right. So that is me.
Okay.
And then we roll for my
Yes.
reinforcements and pray something arrives. Not in a million years. And also not in a million years. Nice high rolls on these.
Now, can I take advantage of your lack of reinforcement? Not really, because the centre is now really difficult to break because the Irish Brigade are tough boys, aren't they? Now, do I hold? I'm going to have to hold, I think. I'm going to have to hold. How far away is he? He's over 12 now to that one there, so he's going to... What I'm going to do here, I'm going to move these back. Would that be 1 move?
I think so because it's 6 inches.
6 inches.
And I wonder if it can be an initiative move because
Yeah, I think so.
yes, you are
Yeah.
just hovering.
So they just move back. I'm going to move Matey Boy to here and try and rally off one of those casualties.
Yes.
So that's 1 comes off,
Yeah.
isn't it? Goes down to 1. Do I do all my movement, then the shooting, don't I?
Yes.
It's not-
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm alright there for a while. This here, so that's all the hill as well. It's not.
Yeah.
So I can move around that way.
Yes.
Through there.
Or that narrow snake.
And I move. Just don't want this brigade to move behind and do that. So I think we'll go to the right with this one here. 9. Column of march. That's good enough for one move. Just half move up the hill. And this one here will fire. 10. No good. So
Ooh.
that breaks.
Terrible trying to get people in position
Yeah,
to arrive.
The cavalry are going to dismount and move up to the fence. I'm doing this and I haven't thrown a dice.
Oh, that's risky.
That is risky, isn't it?
Oh,
Back they go.
oh no.
Oh. Right. Now where was I? I was round about there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
That's a brigade order.
A brigade blunder. 3.
To the
Move to the left.
To the left. So I'll move 80 inches down and straddle that rope, that fence instead. Let's put these back on. Oh, what a muddle. Gee. Cut.
That's turning into a worse flanking move now.
It is.
Coming round wider.
Right. Put everything back. Schoolboy error that was, wasn't it? It's shameful that was. Shameful. It's about 80 inches over here. About there, isn't it? It's even further over. So they somehow
Taking fire, suddenly veer off to the left.
right. Whew.
Second blunder
Hopefully,
again.
hopefully that wasn't caught on camera. Okay, shooting. So we'll do. I don't think that artillery. It's not as bad.
No, it's across the
The
way.
infantry's worse, isn't it? So these will fire. These will fire the infantry as well. Can I do that? Do you think?
Yeah.
So first of all, the infantry requiring 4s gets 2, including
And
the
it is the
disorder.
important disorder. So that is saving on 2s, however, because we're behind the wall. Oh no,
Oh, no.
it should be 3s. Have I been taking better saves than I should? And the issue with the walls is you get cover from the artillery. Oh.
You get hard cover.
Yeah. So is that +1?
I threw a 6 and a 4 then,
Yeah.
but the 4s are missed because you're open order.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's just a disorder.
Cool. And is it still a save on a 2+?
It's 2+, yeah,
Yeah,
save.
I got myself all. Oh,
So
that's
save.
utterly cocked. Well, I'll reroll. No, that's a save. However, disorder.
So there's 2 shots from the artillery, because these are 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Requiring 5s because you're open order. So that's 1 hit. But that save now is,
Down to 5s.
yes,
And I don't make it, so that's 1.
it's all coming back to us.
Absolutely.
These 2 regiments will fire straight ahead, requiring 5s because you're open order.
That's a disorder.
And 1 hit. So it's 2 hits, 1 disorder.
I'm saving on 3s. 1 save. So that takes me down to 2. So they're being chipped away at.
And I'll try and bring these guys on here. Come, you can do it. You can do it. Here we go. I can't do it.
Got the same problem.
Right, so back to you.
I can't really do anything with these. I'm gonna just have to. These far off cavalry, I'm just gonna have to let do something. I think they're more than a move away, so whatever they do, I can hopefully react to. So actually, I don't think the cavalry regiment has anything to do. We've got these guys coming up, which is useful. I would like to be in a point to withdraw these, but it's whether I move them all en masse or if I think I'm going to go one at a time again, but I'm going to ignore the artillery up on the wall. So this is going to be move forward, one move, form a line, and that's as much as I think I'll do. 11, so that breaks down entirely. Good.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I do think the more you think about it,
yes,
it goes wrong.
Yeah. So we'll just do shooting, which is now starting to look a bit degraded. So this will be 3 shots against. Again, I think I need to go for the artillery because actually I'm fairly safe against normal fire. So that's 3 shots. You're in open order. I'm disordered, so it's 6s, and I don't manage it. 1 shot straight ahead is 5, and I get a 6.
Oh,
that's what I wanted.
No.
Disordered artillery piece.
And 1 save on
A 6.
that's 1. The stamina of 2, don't they? Artillery.
Yes, I'm saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
And then straight ahead, hitting on
5s.
5s down to 6s because.
No, but then it'd be 4. No,
Oh no,
5.
you're not.
Yeah,
You're
5.
not. It's open order. So yeah, 5s. Sorry. Thank you. But entirely miss. These guys can't see anybody anymore. Brilliant. Another forlorn attempt to try and bring people on. Nope.
No way.
Not with a 10. These ones are coming on.
Coming on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, John, do you just want to do a catch up? What's happened?
So, arriving on my right flank is a Union brigade consisting of 3 regiments, or normal regiments, then 1 regiment with breech loaders, which are going to be represented by the Zouaves, and artillery, but they're also accompanied by a unit of sharpshooters.
First time in action?
First time in action, so they're going to die horribly in the first volley, but they have a load of special rules that Fraser told me all about. Which I've forgotten.
Yeah.
But they're stamina 2, elite
4 plus.
Elite 4 plus, sharpshooters.
Which is a re-roll of a missed shot.
Yes.
And they have an integral sniper.
Integral sniper, which
So,
we have not yet.
No, so generals beware. And do you want to move your general more central, do you think? Over there.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I always afterthought.
So, it's not looking very good at the moment for the Confederates. The cavalry blundered up there to the left. It's not probably too bad. Centre, I think I'm going to have to try and hold the centre. The reinforcements here, I don't want them to get stuck behind here. So I'm going to try and move them possibly that way and overload John's left flank. I shouldn't be saying this out loud, should I? Right, let's see what I can do. So the cavalry, I think the cavalry are going to have to, this guy here, the 1st regiment, is going to move down the road and dismount behind the fence. Which is 7. Column of march, so that's good. So they'll move there. Oh, 12 inches, isn't it? Because they're over the fence. Do we say once they're over the fence, it doesn't count?
Yes. If they've moved over the fence last turn.
So if I put that there, they dismount for free. The guns are going to move 12, cross over the fence, which is -6. Horse guns move 18, they keep up, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're going to take 2 moves and move and then limber next to the cavalry. No. So that breaks down, so it's just this one. I don't think these blokes will be, I think they're smooth bore
Right.
carbines, possibly. I'll have a look. Right. Moving along. They're standing firm. This guy here will move as far as he can to the right. On a 5. So that's 3 moves, but they're on a hill all the time, so that'll be 18 inches, I'd imagine, John.
Yes.
To about here. We'll set off this guy here as far as he can go behind. 8. So it goes to 7, it's still 1 move, isn't it? You just lean up. I think this reminds me a bit of the clash at Rotten Luck Bridge. The artillery will follow suit. So there you go. To around about there. And this will follow around.
Ooh, as far as it wants.
In fact, you could probably go up,
Yeah, I think so.
possibly.
Yeah.
That'd be 12.
You can probably get right behind.
Yeah. And these will move out of the woods and follow as far as it can go. The 10 goes out to nice, no good. And the general is stuck there then, isn't he?
No, you can move him.
You can move him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll move him there. And see if I can bring on the reinforcements. Here we go. Come on, I can do it. No, I can't do it. So that, now that one now comes off,
Yes.
and that's just a normal activation there. Shooting, smoothbore carbines, only got a range of 12.
Oh, I don't think from
No.
this.
Probably get 1, but they move twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So over here, it's going to be these 2 regiments onto the cavalry, which will be 6 shots, requiring 4s, open order, 5s. Nothing, not a beam. The guys in the woods will fire across on 5s.
Ooh,
That's 2 6s.
2 6s, saving on 2s. So that's 2 saves, but a disorder again.
And the artillery be hitting 2 dice on 5s, 6s because disorder. No. And the rest can't. So back to you.
Okay.
I did it the wrong way around again with the.
Yeah, not to worry. Right, I've got a lot more men on the field. I think they're going to sit tight. I think I'm going to keep them there. My ambition is to withdraw the cavalry and put Irish Brigade in their place, but I think it's probably a little bit premature to give you maybe a couple of moves to dash across the fence. So, back here I'm going to move the first column forward 1 move and into line. That's a 5, so that nips it. So after a false start last turn, I'll bring them here. So I'm going to move this second unit. In fact, I'm going to send the skirmishers as far forward towards this tree line. That's a 7. So that's going to be 1 move. And then I'm going to move this unit as far, well, I'm going to move this unit up to here and form a line on the fence, but they only move once. So that's going to be that. And then the same order with this unit. they get a 3, so in fact they manage it. So that's 2 moves out to here.
Oh, that's a good move. That is a good move.
Finally, we've got them into the fray. And then my last effort, what do I want to do with these cannons? I think I will in fact bring them, they're going to do an about turn and come back down the hill and as far as they can up to behind here. So that is a 6 plus 1 is a 5. So that's going to be, so that will be 3 moves, but that'll be 1 turning around.
To make sure I've got this in camera.
You wonder if actually that should be, I do wonder if it should be harder to turn them around.
No.
They're and they will go up here, so at least marched up the hill, marched down again. And then because we've done so well, I'm going to bring him to there. So that's good. And now I've got to do something with this unit. I'm going to move the, now, breech loaders, same range, so they're range 24.
Yeah.
There was something that they did, but then once they'd done it,
They can re-roll a miss,
but once they've done it,
and if you throw a 1, is it? You can't use that again.
So that's an 8, so they're just coming 1 move forwards and they're crossing the wall, so that's going to be 1. This unit here, I'm going to move forward and form into a line as far as I can towards this wall and form a line along the wall. That's a 6 plus 1 is 5, so that will be
Very good.
6 inches over up to here. Suddenly realised the joy of it is you've got this one thing you want to do, which is get a unit along this line. You can have a go at it with lots of different units. They're going to just come up behind them. 11, so that's that unit finished.
Free move though.
Oh yes. So they can come up to here. Thank you, I'd forgotten. However, artillery still in the blocks. So shooting, we'll start with this across here. We'll continue to fire at the artillery in an effort to save ourselves. All that disorder would come off with me.
Comes with my go. Beginning my move.
I think you've had your go and we're on to my next go.
No. It comes off.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's gone already.
Yeah.
So that's 3 shots, you're in open order, I'm disordered, so it's on 6s, and I get 1 6.
Oh, I'll put it back on again. And just 1 hit, was it?
Just 1 hit, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes. So
That's fine. And then the other guys, the gun's also going to shoot at them, so that's going to be 5 or 6. No, I should probably shoot at the infantry actually, if it's easier to shoot at infantry. And then these guys are going to shoot straight ahead on 4s. So that's 2
hits. Saving on 3s. That's 1.
And they move too far. Everyone else. Oh, these move too far, but these guys I think can shoot at you there. So you are in open order, so it's 4s down to 5s. And I miss.
Boy.
And I think, though, I've got my last.
Last.
So that's a 5.
So they're on.
They're on.
Ah. There you go. Pick card.
That's standard infantry
Standard
brigade.
Up this very top end, which I'm concerned about. Right, so he's within commander, so he's gonna, his gun is gonna move. If I move here, can I fire across there?
I think so.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I'll move 1 and unlimber. 1 move and unlimber. Which good. So you just unlimbers there. The cavalry, dismounted cavalry here, I think I'm going to get those to drop back into the woods. A 5, so they come back into the woods. And the other cavalry regiment is going to come across here and dismount behind that fence. On a 6, which I think they do. Right, hopefully that'll firm that up. Nothing here. Move on to this lot. The generals within 12. But not with that one, there's always one that gets left behind. This one here will move 1. Let's have a think. I'm going to cross the fence and form 2 moves. As far as over us, I can with 2 moves and then form line.
Oh,
So that'll be 6 there, 12 there, and then form line on that spot.
Yep.
But hopefully they'll get a bit of support. This guy will move as far as he can behind.
So 2 moves.
2 moves. So that'd be 12 back here, I think. I think the guns will follow next. 9. No good. I can still move this guy
Free
here.
move.
can't I?
And free move.
Oh, free move, yes. So he'll move to here. General moves forward. Okay, shooting. They all moved. Oh dear. Just smooth balls though.
Yes.
So there's 6 shots going into those dismounted cavalry. Needing 5s because they're open order.
Ooh.
It's 3
3
hits.
shots and a disorder. So my plan to get them out of the way, unless they run away.
Oh, they could go over here, couldn't they? If,
Oh, easily, yeah. So that's going to be 3 saves of
3 plus.
3 plus, which I make.
Oh. The artillery will fire onto these ones here. 2 hits requiring 5s, open order 6s because they're disordered.
Yes.
Oh, I saw the 6 come up. And these 4s
to 5.
5s. 1 disorder.
So the disorder stays. Possibly should have come off, but it stays. So that's a 2 plus. No, they're down to 2.
And my disorder comes off now.
Yes, at the end of the turn, but you may as well if
Yeah.
you've done everything. It's
And
yeah.
let's see if I can bring those reinforcements on a 8. Yes, so they come on.
We've both had outblanks, haven't we? So
Yes. 4 regiments, elite 4 plus.
brilliant.
Rifle muskets, elite 4 plus, rebel yell, and an artillery battery. There we go. So that's me done.
Wow. Okay.
So that's everything on the table now, isn't it?
Yeah. We will start across this side. Oh, now I've not been very clever here. I've forgotten to move my kernel. So I will attempt to move these 1 move over the wall. I've heard it's called these things. With a view to keeping up fire on these guys. So that's going to be -1, however, so it's going to be a 7 or less. And it's a blunder!
Oh,
Excellently timed because you're eating a sausage roll.
fine, fine, fine.
It's a 1, which might be either the worst or the best. Rapid retreat.
No way.
The unit will attempt to make 2 moves away from the closest enemy they can see. They may not charge under enemy. So it's going to be 24 inches back.
Which one?
This one here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And guess the brigade breaks down,
So
isn't it?
actually they will end up off the table, but I'm just going to take them to
Right.
the back line to, but yes, so suddenly that
Falters.
Yes, they got themselves into a line behind a wall, had a look at the cavalry, dismounted cavalry, thought, run. So, moving swiftly on, my fantasies of this being all right. Right, I think I'll actually go to the Irish Brigade. And I'm going to move this unit as up to here, and they will form a line. Which I think is the best way to do it. 10, so they don't, and it breaks down, but they get one free move. This isn't going very well.
Oh, it's stuttering.
Yeah. So that's the Irish Brigade. I think I'll leave them a turn. The reason I'm pausing is I've got a unit of dismounted cavalry out here who were charged with holding back your cavalry. However, your cavalry have now dismounted and formed into a nice firing line along here, which I don't suspect they're going to move from. I have a lot of units in column, however. It's whether I want to jump them forward so they can shoot at these guys, because they do have a bit of range on these guys. So I think, yes, I'm going to hop the fence. However, that's going to be a 6-inch -1 because they're out of range. And so they fail, so that breaks down, so that answers that question. However, nothing blundered. Now, here, some classic John indecision happening. But interestingly, we've got this fence line, which is quite useful, but this forest, which is not very useful. Or do I try to get my cannon up there, because then I can, if I just get a follow me to get the cannon up to here, then it's going to take fire, but not necessarily. I think I'll do that. I think I'm going to get the cannon into the game. So follow me move on the cannon. 7, so that works.
Damn.
So we're now going to move. Oh, now, however, do I? Oh no, that's 2 moves up to here, and then I can unlimber. So actually, that's quite good. And the commander's out there. Let's hope that was the right thing to do. What a miserable turn of movement. Let's do some shooting. So I'm going to start from most disappointing to least disappointing. These guys will shoot. Now they're disordered, so it's going to be 6s or 5s or 6s. So I think we're going to go straight ahead for the 5s or 6s on this unit. They miss entirely. Cannon's going to shoot at the cannon in a hope to keep it. Or am I? Because actually, no, I think I'm going to shoot at this. I think I can choose to shoot.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's going to be a 4, 5 or 6. And they miss anyway, because I thought about it, so of course they do. And then they're going to shoot straight ahead, hitting on 5s or 6s. And they get 2 6s.
2 6s, so that's disorder.
Yes.
This one here, is it? That one there.
It's that one, yes.
Oh,
And then 2 saves to make, because the hope is
3 pluses.
things go badly wrong. And they
Save both.
Right.
Phew.
And then I think these guys have to shoot. Oh no! If we're still unit, these guys got the range. I did have a sneaky look. I can't quite see if that's.
I think that's.
Not really.
It's really difficult. Take that away. It's the edge of the wood.
Yeah.
That's just short, isn't it?
Yeah. I think if it's not convincing. Well, that's a shame. Never mind. So we will carry on with these guys who are in range with their 18-inch. So
Smooth balls.
3 shots at 4s.
Yes.
Because there's no modifiers. Of which we get 1.
And I say 1 3. Which I say.
Right.
So all troops are on the table now.
Yes.
And it's the plucky rebels to go first.
Is committed.
I can't move from this position.
Thank you for stating that, Michael.
Yeah, I can't move from here. So it's the first reinforcing brigade. Now what am I going to do down this end? I've moved that over there and it is now isolated. This one here is going to move far across the fence and deploy into line as possible. So the column of march at the 9 goes to 8, which is one move, isn't it? So that's 6 inches over the fence to there. This guy here, these will move. They will move round. Just one move. And that's purely because I don't really like the idea of you pouring shot into that column. The artillery can move 6 inches on the hill. So that'd be 2 moves to there, 3 moves to unlimber.
Oh, I was going to say, and they're maybe 12 inches away.
There you get it. Phew. These will move as far as possible behind the artillery. 18, that's the furthest that they can go. That's a couple of good throws. That general's nicely placed there. Now these are quite a distance away. And they're going to have to do something. I'm going to snake them out over that way. 6. I don't think it's enough, is it?
Oh, I don't know, because that's 5 plus.
Because it's in column.
So if you're 36 inches away, within 12, 24 is 1. So you can still, if you're 36, you can still do it. Yeah.
39.
Ah, so that would be plus.
Just short.
No,
Oh, he gets a free move,
5.
doesn't he?
That's true. Plus, I think you get one
It's
move.
one move, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's. But they're in the woods, so it'd be 6 coming out.
Mm.
Right now, to the reinforcements over here.
My word. What I was hoping for was a bad bit.
So these are 4 regiments, elites, rifle muskets. So I think we'll start with this one here, moving 2 moves forward, and then deploying to line for the 3rd.
Very nice.
7, but column on road.
So I think that comes down to 5. So
5,
that's
that's it,
that's
isn't it?
6. It's
Yeah.
3.
So he can move to here, isn't it? And then deploys. There will be this one here, maybe 2 moves that way, and if he can, deploy into column behind, into line, sorry. 6 goes to 5. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So they go there. The artillery will move 3 moves, setting up behind. Wait. 3 moves, but remain in column behind there. 7 goes to 6. That's 2 moves, isn't it? And they stay in column. This one here will move forward 1 and form line behind the fence.
Can do no wrong.
It's a game of 2 halves, John.
Absolutely.
We always tell ourselves that.
The first half when we're setting up and getting everyone in position, and the second half when they're massacred.
And realising what you've done.
Yes.
That general's with those. He's there. just move up behind the... That was a good move by those.
Mm.
And the general moves there. Right, so shooting. Show what's happening there. Firing. I don't think... Well, I can hit you there. Not with all of them though. So I think 2 shots.
Oh, but don't we just go from the centre and it's sort of abstracted out?
Yes, it's only with the angle, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, so I think that's probably reasonable.
Okay, so it's 3 shots.
4, 5, or 6.
4 5s or 6s.
Just
Right.
the 1.
But you're saving 3.
3, and I got a 6.
This artillery piece will fire at the guy marching across the wall.
Brilliant.
So that'll be 1 shot, because it's horse artillery. Firing at a column, so that's 3s. No.
Ooh.
Just puts the seed of doubt there, doesn't it?
It does.
Now these will fire separately this time. I think I'll fire. It's got to be at the cavalry, I think. Keep the pressure on. So these will be 4s, 5s cavalry.
Ooh, so still disordered. Oh, should have come up maybe.
And these will be 6s because they're disordered. Oh,
Another, so that's 3s. Hits, saving on 3s. I've missed 1, so they're now shaken and disordered.
but not over the stamina
Not
level.
over, yeah.
The artillery will fire at the cavalry. 2 shots requiring 5s. That's a disorder.
Ooh. And that is
different save, isn't it?
different saves.
Yeah.
So that's 1 save on a 5 or 6, and they don't. So again, they're shaken.
And see if we can put a bit more pain on those. 4s, open order 5s. Oh, that's another disorder.
Okay, so that's
Another
another save of 2 or more on this occasion. And that's saves.
Couldn't quite get them over.
Yeah. However, I can't rally both units at once. And in fact, I can't rally them while they're disordered.
No, that's true. That is true. So over here, they moved quite a distance. These moved 1.
Yes, they did, yeah.
So we'll shoot at the open order artillery, so that'll be 5s.
Ooh, and disordered.
6s.
So that is 2 saves of 3, 4, 5 or 6, which I only make 1 of, but I'm also disordered.
So that's me done.
Wow. Okay.
Phew.
I know. I'm feeling quite rattled. It is quite intimidating seeing
It is.
this sort of column, and I'm not yet in a sort of any sort of defensive posture. My commander's up there with the guns.
You can always send them back, can't you?
I can do a disorderly retreat, but the problem is that would be manhandled. So that would be a disorderly 6 inches back, which I don't think benefits us in the slightest.
Because you'd lose your save then as well, bonus,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah. But I haven't got anyone to come forwards and fire. I think I'm going to come 1 move forwards and form a line. So I need to plug this with these. So that's 5.
So 1
6,
move.
but it's okay.
Oh
So
yeah, because you're in column as well, aren't you?
because I'm in column, so I think that's all right. So I'm going to come to about here. It's tragic. I'm already in. But I don't. What I'm sort of realizing is you've sort of overloaded this. I don't necessarily, apart from the fact my guns are there and I maybe need to save them. I don't necessarily have to just come up and meet you.
No, you don't, do you? Because what do you benefit?
Yeah. Similarly, I'm going to move these 1 forwards, 1 move forwards, and form a line. They're -1 because of the distance, but +1. So they get a 2. So I'm going to move them to here and form a line. And the Zouaves, I'm going to have to be these guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to form them into a line and then walk them in as far as they can into the woods. And that's a 7, so it's only 1 move, so they're going to form into a line.
No, it's a 6.
But they're 1.
Oh,
Their
okay.
generals are a mile away. Sorry. I think I just need to leave the Zouaves where they are. Oh, that's a rotter. Right. With the Irish Brigade, they are still within 2. So I'm going to march these guys to here. So in and along the... In fact, if I make it to the fence line, I can then form a line. So that's going to be 2 moves to form a line along here. First march to the fence, and then form a line. 9 plus 1 for being in column, so they get to there. And in fact, they can do an initiative move next turn. Luckily, they just have to weather a turn. These guys are going to come 1 move forwards to the rear of the cavalry. That's fine. You know what, I might just put them in the road. So actually I will move the guns 1 move across to here and then limber in the road. Because actually there's no better... Although...
You haven't got the frontage there, have you?
Yeah.
It's always the guns, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always the guns.
Just finding a place for them to slot in. But in a way, you almost... Where's a good place? I'm just going to have to hold them in reserve. I've just...
Nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
is there?
So,
He
yes.
says.
Now, I've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So that they're all actually okay for the time being. I think I'm going to send the skirmishers up sort of along here, just giving them something to do, so they can move 2 moves up to here. Not really, I'm not sure what their plan's going to be, but again they're there. And why don't I move the artillery? I can't see it. The problem is I can see that
frontage, yeah. But once everything's in line, you've got fairly unpleasant looking...
Oh, absolutely. But, maybe I'll just have to leave them here for want of something to do. Maybe I'll just move them 1 forward so that they're out of the way of everything else. So that's a 5. So we'll go 1 move forwards and then still limbered if 1 happens. Right, so that's ever so slightly better. Now, we've got this useful gap in the hedge. Wall, yes.
It's not even
What's wrong with me? So I'm going to move this unit 1 move forwards and into line there. They get a double 1, which is better than there. So they'll come around like that. I'm going to move the sharpshooters straight through the woods. So that's a 6. So they're going to come up to here and then 6 inches because they can only do 1 move. The Zouaves are going to be sent up behind them. They are still within 12. So that's 7, so that's 1 move behind them. And then again, I'm going to manhandle the artillery as far forward as they can go. Not manhandle, they're limbered. So that's +1, so it's 1 move, but it's over a fence. Wall.
You got a bit of editing today.
Absolutely. It's tough when I keep doing it.
Yeah,
Normally when I do something stupid. These guys, I think I'll roll and they'll arrive back because they're off the table technically. Oh, for goodness sake. We rolled that. It was, funnily enough, that was double 1 apart from the floor, of course. So they're back on the thing, and I'll move my general sensibly up to here. Oh, no, I'll just hang on and move. No, it's going to get caught up in that field. Right, so there we go. Right, it's starting to look like a semblance of a line.
It is. There's a lot of troops out.
So, I'm going to start over here. Short range for a...
It's 6, but I was thinking about it the other day that I think it could be a possibility that we won't do it today, but the horse guns can 6 inches, but anything bigger is 12.
12. But we'll play 6
Yeah.
here. So that's 2 shots at normal range,
Fours.
disordered, so 5.
Fives.
Oh, 2 calls.
Oh.
Not nice. Right. Oh, I forgot to move the cavalry, but I've done it now. Right, because it would have been nice to do a rally, but you've lost your.
Do you want to do it now? Might as well, because
Okay then, I will do a rally on these guys. In fact, no, I can't make it to the other guys. So attempt to rally 7, so they stop being shaken. Thank you, that's very kind. 3 shots straight ahead, hitting on 5s because I'm shaken / disordered. That's 1 hit with a disorder.
on the guys in the
On
woods.
these guys, yeah.
Disorder and saving on 3, isn't it? For them. Saves.
Oh dear.
They're all
Right.
important disorder.
So the artillery firing, I think in fact we're going to fire at that disordered unit, who are probably not disordered actually now, because that
No,
should have
yeah,
come off. Yeah. So that will be 4, 5 or 6. They miss. And then these coming forwards, hitting on 5s or 6s. And we've hit once. but not
Saving on
disordered.
3. Save.
3. Okay, so straight ahead for these guys. So it's 3 dice, 4, 5 or 6. And we've got a disorder. That's 2 hits and a disorder.
2 hits. 3 up. Oh, 1 man.
Right.
1 hit. 1 casualty.
However, nobody over here can fire because they were 2 moves. These have now got units milling around in front of them. So it's your turn, and I'll take off some of my disorders.
Right. Right, so these are Elite 4 plus. They're stubborn. That's that lot there. Am I within initiative? I am. So initiative first. We'll put a charge in there, I think. Ooh. Do I want to do that? I only need to get 1 more or 2 more, and then you're shaking, aren't you? Then.
Yes. I'd be personally. I think you take grape shot.
Yeah.
However,
But it's only
once you get there, it's easy to overwhelm.
Yeah, 3 shots is close range.
And you take
3s.
and you'd miss the chance to fire with they. If they withdraw, they have to take a break test.
Yeah.
If they take casualties, they only withdraw 12 inches. So actually, that would still free them up to be shot at by your. It's whether you think it's better off to fire at them because you've got your artillery there.
Yeah.
And these guys, you might even want to stroll up to 6 inches so that they get their close range. And I don't know if you have pour it on or something like that.
They are. Yes, they pour it on. Yes. John just talking himself into a period of unpleasantness. So they can move forward anyway, can't they? On a initiative.
Yes.
So they can move up to here. So
Now, having persuaded you to do that, does that leave enough space for you to shoot your artillery at them?
I wasn't going to do that.
Okay. Now that I, if you could just advance them to screen mine.
Yeah. First of all, this unit here is going to move. 1 move and enter the woods.
Oh.
So that's 2 moves. Now he's over the fence now, isn't he?
Yes, so that you don't have to do that.
So 2 moves. Or 3 moves as far. We can only do 1 into the woods, can't we?
Yeah.
6.
So that will be
That's
6
it.
inches into the move.
So he goes up to that there. Blocking the artillery.
Yeah.
Can the artillery see? No.
I think that's too acute. Isn't it?
Right, so manhandling is 6.
6 inches.
So it'll be
of
3
normal
inches.
Move. Oh yeah, good. That's
8.
one move.
That isn't it. So it's the other side. There's 6, just about there. Possibly pivot.
Yes, if you wish. Yeah.
Looks a bit more than that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all that one there. So this one here will move across the fence. That's 1 move. 2 moves and deploy into line. 9 goes to 8. That's 1 move, I think. 9, because they're in column, aren't they? It goes to 8.
Yes, yes, it does. Sorry, I was thinking about my travails on.
I can't quite get over the fence.
Yeah, you're on your own at the moment. I'm too lost in my.
So general moves to there. Right now, here. We move straight forward. We have to move round.
I've got a reasonable.
Oh!
Oh, thank heavens! About time.
Page 29 in your book.
Yes.
32 in mine. I really want. I don't want a 1.
A charge.
1!
That's what I wanted.
And that is
Rapid retreat. 2 moves back.
right at the back.
It's a small amount of, but it stops all the other ones coming.
It
through.
does,
That's
doesn't it?
the, that's the brief
Curses.
treat for me.
Right, so that's all fallen apart. Starting shooting then across this side. So the artillery, 1 dice against your line. 4. That's a hit.
Is that 18? I think it's 18, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So that's a 6 to save. No, I don't. So they take their first.
Smoothbore carbines are 12. Oh, I think I'm just short there, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Here, nice little column there.
Yeah.
So it's 3 times. 4.
Is it?
Yes, shooting at column or
Yeah.
square. So 3s. 2 hits.
So 2 saves.
So your saving's different, isn't it? March column -2.
Oh, right. So that's 6s. Neither. So that's 2 hits. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
So 3 disordered shots. So at yours. Now in that case, I'll fire at these then because you're open order, aren't you?
Yes.
Gaming?
No, not really, because they're straight.
Yeah, straight there.
Straight ahead. Yeah, yeah.
So
So
four
they're
to
technically the nearest unit. So.
5s.
Ooh,
Will
so
get to
disordered.
disorder.
So that is not saved and disordered.
3 shots going straight across at your cavalry. Open orders 5s. Gets the disorder again.
Ooh. All my plans. Oh,
1.
1 shot. Sorry, I'll reroll. 'Cause that's a
That's
save.
good enough. The artillery against the cavalry, requiring 2 dice, 4s go to 5s, open order, 2 misses,
Right.
and disordered, I think they need 6s, don't they?
Yeah. You
Gets.
manage it. So that's a disordered.
You're saving on 2s?
And was that 1 hit?
Yes.
So that's saved, but disordered.
So moving round, the artillery moved,
Yes, only 1.
so they can fire.
Yes.
Range of 48s for
I think
those.
you're within.
So
Yeah. So it's 2
open
dice.
order, 5s.
5. Ooh. Artillery never does well once we get it into.
No, that's right. It's I missed all that shooting up there because the camera is pointing in the wrong direction.
I have got some of it on this. We might have.
Okay.
Occasionally, things take place off camera.
So these guys here will fire at the artillery. 3 dice, 4s, open order, 5, close, 4s.
And it's an extra dice. For
Oh,
weight
it is.
on.
Oh, God. I've really got that.
So that's
2 hits,
2
1
hits.
disorder.
Sailing on 3s, so they're now shaken and disordered. It looks like you're dying where you're standing, guys.
And that's me done.
Ooh. Right. Up and
It's
down.
swinging back and forwards at the moment.
Yeah. It's this setup here. Now that I'm in a line, it's quite hard to actually.
You're going to clip the woods, aren't you? Or clip
Yeah.
the fence.
Yeah. It's whether I just go 6 inches and start straddling the fence.
Which you can do that, can't you?
Yeah.
But you can only do that once in the wood, but you can do it countless times over the fence, can't
Yeah.
you?
Right. These guys over here. Everyone's more than one away from the general, unfortunately. These guys are going to move. Is it 3 inches vision through wood? I think we've often played it as 3 inches, but I don't know.
Wasn't 3 inches the bolt action?
I was going to say bolt action and muskets and tomahawks.
Light woods visibility is 12, and units count as clear.
Okay, so I can actually see these guys.
You can do if you move up with it to 12, can't you?
Right. Oh yes. So I'm going to move forwards 1 move, 9. So that breaks down.
Oh, that's a breather.
Never mind. That's what happens if you check a rule, it becomes irrelevant.
Think too hard or check a rule.
The cavalry. I'm going to order these guys to mount and move centrally, but they're 1 lot out of range. So that's an 8, that's a 9, it breaks down. Right, ugh. Never mind, they were the unimportant ones. These guys are within 12, so they're going to take an initiative move to form a line along this fence. Then they are not within 12, and they're miles away from the general. So that's fine. I think actually that's an okay place. I think I'm going to put the general there, and that's the Irish Brigade. Okay, this unit being outside, I need to pay attention to my general. In fact, are they within 12? No, they're not, because they weren't within range, were they? But I think they need to move 1 move forwards. That's a 6, so, but that does not get them up to the fence line. I'm going to move the Zouaves. Zouaves are going to form a line and come behind them. 8, they +1 for, they still just form a line. This unit will move as far forward as they can go. 6, so that's 2 moves, so that's 1 up to the fence and 1 over. The sharpshooters will continue moving through the woods. Yes, but they can only go 6. Because now I think my only hope is to overwhelm this flank.
Yes.
With a view to rolling, well.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I've got a grander plan, but putting enough pressure that the battle actually turns to this way.
It shifts.
And hope that because actually there's not a huge amount in front of me, and these have both been quite battered, this unit, and they're actually 1 death away from a broken brigade.
Yes.
It's getting enough firepower on them to turn it. And then my last thing to do will be to move the general. Let's do firing. This unit have 24 inches of range, but they're out of range. Now it's 12 inches visibility through woods, but I'd have to be closer because I'm not within 12 inches of them. Is that?
You can see through woods up to 12 inches, but I get unclear.
Okay.
It would be base 4, obscured 5. So you hit it.
So that's the to hit.
Yeah. But you don't get the column
From the march bonus.
in the wood.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see what anybody else says about that.
So fantastic, I miss all of them.
Well, we
so
thought about it.
We never have to
thought about
figure that out. However, the most important.
Well, see, I wasn't going to mention that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
base 4.
Base 4 up to 3s, but
Close.
down to 4s again.
4s.
And it's 3 shots. 2 hits.
2 hits.
But no disorder.
I'm saving on 6s there, aren't
Yes.
I? Come on, I can do this.
Oh, he does one of them.
One.
Whew. That's not good. A very short range battle. Moving over to the cavalry. I think we're going to continue to fire straight ahead. These guys are disordered and shaken, so that will be 3 shots hitting on 5. Oh, you obscured? No, you're not obscured in the woods. It's just so that's 5s. Nothing.
Would I be obscured in the woods? Obscured in the woods, and you get the save from the fence.
Yeah, I suppose the issue is you're at the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
I suppose I'd argue.
I'd
Be one or the other. Yeah. So 1 shot against this. What's hanging here? Missed. These guys straight ahead as well. 4, 5 or 6 down to 5 or 6. The hit with disorder. So just 1 hit.
on
These guys.
save you on 3. Saves, but it's disordered.
Yeah. And these guys, actually, those guys shouldn't be disordered by now, should they? So I don't know why I check every time. But 3 hits, 4, 5 or 6 down to 5s because we're disordered. All misses. 3 hits straight ahead.
So it's 4s, open order 5s.
So that is. Ooh, 3 hits under disorder.
So disorder goes back on.
Oh no, it's on them.
Oh, sorry.
It's these guys
So
on them.
saving on 4s. Come on.
Ooh,
1.
Just 1. And then these guys straight ahead at these guys. And it's 4s but down to 5s because you're open order. Oh, and that's another 2 6s.
And disorder.
And a disorder.
And
2
3s.
Yes.
Oh, 1 now. Okay. Please tell me that's done.
No, that's done.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
It's the difficulty with I go, you go kind of stuff that you do have just 1 turn feeling bad about.
Yeah.
Feeling about yourself until you get a chance to go.
Right, what to do down here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just move them forward 1 move to here. So they forward 1 move. The artillery will move forward 1 and deploy behind them, which they do. The Zouaves move forward 1 and deploy into line just behind the artillery, which they do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's a bit further out. They can come back up now, can't they?
Yes.
They'll move forward as far as they can. No, they won't. Which I think I'll do, just deploy into line.
Yeah.
8.
Yep.
That's good enough. These guys will move forward 1, be there, and deploy into line. 8 goes to 7, so that's 1 move. Right, so firing. totally put the camera in the wrong place again. So start from this side. It will be the artillery, one shot at your line, requiring 4s. That's it.
So that's a save on a 6. No.
3 shots, 3 disordered shots from the cavalry straight forward with 5s.
Oh, so it's 1 hit and a disorder. That's not what I wanted. Saving on a 4, 5 or 6.
So I saved it, bugger. Straight across, 3 shots requiring 5s.
Ooh, another disorder. Oh, and it's a save. Which I do.
Yes. Straight forward. 4s. This lot. No. I wanted one of those. Cross here. Straight forward. See if we can pin those in place. So it'll be 6s. Artillery against your dismounted cavalry. That's 1 hit and disorder.
And it is a 5 or a 6 save. This could be it. No.
I still can't shift them.
No. That was a failed save.
Oh, was it?
So they are now
One over.
break testing.
We'll fire these.
That's going to be 6s. Oh,
That's
another
another
one.
one.
So that's 2, 4, 5 or 6. And I don't!
Oh.
Ooh, I think that's them. Shall we do the break
Yes.
test?
I think so.
Right.
So these come off now, don't they? These. So
Yes, yeah, you may as well.
yeah.
So, I tend to roll things and then go, oh, where do I find
Yes, it's a break test. Is that the first break test you've had all day?
It is.
Well, it's only taken 3.5 hours.
Well, we're very
Yeah.
stalwart. We can't hit anything for toffee, but
So you're disordered,
yeah.
which is -1, and 2 over, so it's -3.
And I think I took artillery fire,
You did, didn't you?
so that is minus
-4.
4.
Oh, I
I think
don't
they
like
got-
that.
Yeah.
They've gone up, which unfortunately brings your Irish Brigade forward.
Well, it's a bit of a
Possibly.
nuisance because it's going to be hard to squeeze in there.
Across. So to the guns, I don't know if you take away my target.
Yes.
Whether I've got a line of sight
I think you possibly
onto.
obscured. Cause
Yeah, I think so. Do you think so?
Yeah.
So it's over half range. So it'll be 4. Is it long range? So 48
Yes,
inches.
it's 28, 24 inches.
Yeah.
So, and
So
then,
it'll be 4 long, 5 obscured, 6. 1
Yes.
dice. So here, from this regiment into your guns,
yep.
4s. And 1 extra dice, isn't it?
Yes. So it's 2 saves of 3 plus. Oh, they take 1, so it's a break test.
Oh,
And as we know, artillery don't stick around
they don't
once
do
they
that.
do a break test.
It's only.
In fact, there isn't an option if you have to take a break test as artillery. It's break all the way down. If you look
Oh, it does,
at
yeah,
every
yeah.
single,
So you've
so that's
broken.
broken.
And is removed from the field. Is the commander with them?
Yes, so he possibly needs to do whatever check. I forget what it is. Is that another?
Vulnerability. Commanders who have joined units that is destroyed is also removed from play. Bottom right.
Yeah, so that happens.
But we replace him with a commander 1 below, don't we?
Yes. Does that come?
Yeah, put him on. Yeah.
Somebody,
So he's
somebody stepped up, but they are
Yeah.
now on a 7.
7.
Oh, for goodness. Right. It has all gone.
Pete Tong.
Absolutely. This flank apparently didn't need to be overloaded. It could have just been loaded.
So that's that brigade. So the foremost regiment there only moved once.
Yes, so they
Fired
can.
3 shots at your brigade. 2 hits of
Disordered. Saving on 4s. fail both. Ooh, it's all going terribly wrong.
That's slightly better for you, that one,
Ooh.
than your previous.
Yes.
So, back to John.
Right. So, what to do? I think I'm going to have to do a passage of lines.
Ah, well, the Irish.
No, in fact.
You got to shout that Irish thing, haven't you?
Luckily. Oh, yeah. Make way. It's whether I try to charge.
The charge will be the last movement, won't it?
Yes. The difficulty is, I think it's three. It would be 3 movements because it would be 1 up to the fence line, 1 to hop the fence. Oh, in fact, could we hop the fence and charge? I think we could. Yes, and it's a morale save to get through, and depending on how it goes, I either stop in front. Now, my calculation is that if I stop in front, that's all right. I'm at the fence line. If I stop behind, not as good, but I'm not going to get shot up.
If all goes well, you're over the fence charging.
Yeah. So we'll do the order first. So that is advance as far as you can, charging the enemy if possible. 8. So that's a 1 move. So that's not charging the enemy, but it will be up to the fence line.
But you do a passage of lines there.
Passage of lines, which is a morale test, which I've failed.
So you go behind.
Well,
Do you go behind?
I think if it's more than 2 or more, you go behind, which it is.
If missed by 1, then the advancing. You missed by 2, didn't you?
I missed by 2, so it's behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not terrible, and it's not a failed move.
Plus 1 if you've got no casualties.
Oh, so that would be stop in front.
You're a police helicopter circling.
Yeah. The dodgy rules decisions.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to move these guys forward 1. I don't. Oh, in fact, no. I'm going to form them into a line and move 1 forwards.
Do you only do 1?
1 move in the woods. You see, I was trying to get around that. So form a line, because I think it'll be more useful.
Should have put them with this unit over here, really, shouldn't we? To see how they worked.
Yeah. As it is, they're going to sneak up and hopefully shoot that artillery. I'm going to move these as far forwards behind these guys. 6, so that's 1 move to, 6 inches over, so they'll. And then we'll move the artillery up behind them. Yep.
Oh, you're loading that flank.
Pouring through this gap.
Yeah.
And then I'll move these guys up behind, parallel to these as far as they can go. 6 down to 5, so that's 1. And I think I will take the general up to here for a follow me lads if necessary. Right, the Irish Brigade. Now.
You've got to go for it.
Yeah.
You've only got half hour left.
Yeah. Now I can hop 6 inches there. Do I just start a general advance on you? Because then at least we'd. Yeah, I think so. I can't hop with them, unfortunately. I can with these. So these guys are going to do 1 move and hop.
Are they in 12 for a initiative?
Oh. I
Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah. So we will do 6 inches. I will move the artillery up to the fence and unlimber. That's an 8, but it is still to the fence, but not unlimbered.
Now you can go through passage lines, can't you?
Yes,
You could do, couldn't you?
the tricky thing is, it'll be jumping the fence. That's so it's almost. The other
You
option
can
is
ignore the test if you shout out clear the way, if you want to.
right.
But it's never been done before, John.
No.
No, it's up to you.
I think I'll leave them there, but in fact I will move. It's difficult because I've got to work around the fact he's sat there. I can't displace him. So the cavalry now, I'm going to move these guys a 6-inch hop across the fence. 11. No, they're not. That's a shame. These guys can see them. These can see them. I'm going to try to move these guys into the wood. 9, so that's a fail.
No way! No way!
Right. I'm going to work towards this end because this is the end I'm excited about. These guys are going to fire back here. It's 3 shots, hitting on 4s but down to 5s because disordered. And that's 2 hits and a disordered for you.
Saving on 4s.
Yes.
Oh, 2.
Brilliant.
2 and a disorder.
And I'll take that disordered off because they're now done. They can't see anyone. These guys can see these guys, however unclear, so that's hitting on 5s. And that's 1 disordered. 1 hit and a disordered.
3s, that's good enough in the woods, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're inside. They can't fire. They're going to fire at the open battalion there. So that's 1 shot on 4, 5 or 6. And they hit for a change.
On this, saving on... Don't get anything for the...
No,
No.
so it's just going to be 6.
Oh, no! Saves it!
Right.
Oh.
These guys, 3 shots against you, so that's going to be 4, 5s or 6s. So that's 1 hit and a disorder.
Is he doing all the damage now, aren't you?
Well, you think that.
1 hit and
It's going to be 3, 4, 5 or 6.
2 hits, is that?
No, just the 1, sorry. 1 hit, that was a disorder.
Saved.
Saved. These guys against the guys in their front, so hitting on a 4, 5 or 6. Oh, and they get the disorder, which is what I was after. So just 1 hit, but it's a disorder.
On a 3.
Oh.
Saved. It's that fence, isn't it?
Yeah. These guys straight ahead.
It's 6s, I think.
Yeah. They don't manage anything because it's going too well. Now, are these guys within 6?
I think
Across this road.
they are, yes.
Right. So that is going to be 3, 4, 5 or 6s down to 4, 5s or 6s because you're in
Open order.
open order.
But you get to re-roll. You've got breech loaders, haven't you?
Yes. So it's a reroll 1 miss, but if I roll a 1. So that's actually 2 hits. That's 3 hits.
3 hits
And a
in.
disorder.
So disorder stays on,
Yes.
and it's 3
4, 5 or 6. Yeah.
or 2. So they're a stamina of 3. So they go to 3. What have I put there? That's a disorder, that is. And a shaken.
Yes.
Right, so I've got a disordered regiment there. Not too bad here. Disordered there, so they can't move, but they can still fire.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the brigade here. So we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. What I might do is do the old passenger lines and get in front. Oh, that's,
With a fresher.
yes, and absorb more. So it's a test,
Yes.
a normal command test,
Yes.
which will be 8 or under.
Yeah.
10,
Oh.
all breaks down. So that's that 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one here, this brigade here. They'll move up to the fence, gaining a little bit of cover. No, so that all breaks down. They can still fire though.
Yes.
I should have remembered that had a stubborn.
Ah.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. It's up to the user, isn't it? That's what I always think. So 3, they're okay, disorder. I think they may as well stay where they are. I'll try and remove one of those. Rally this
All
one.
my disorders come off, don't they?
7, so that goes down to 1. There's those here.
Oh, I don't think you can rally if they're disordered.
Oh, you told me that twice today, haven't you? It will sink in sooner or later.
Remembered it because
Yeah.
it's very important.
starting this side. Now the cavalry are disordered, so the artillery first. Oh, was that?
I think it's close.
I think it's in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's two dice. So it's fours, close, threes. One hits.
Saving on a 6. And I don't save it.
The dismounted cavalry, 3 shots. We cry 5s because they're disordered.
Ooh,
One
disorder.
disorder. 7
And
hits.
Roll. Nope, so that's down to 2.
Now I think they're closest, aren't they? So it's those or these. I don't think I've got the angle for all those.
Yep.
2 shots, do you think?
Yes.
Is there? Yes, if it's 1 for every 2. So 2 shots requiring 4s.
5s.
Oh, disorder and a hit.
So 1 save and disorder.
Now let's see if we can do a bit of damage on that. Why am I measuring that? It's requiring 5s because I'm disordered. That's 1 disorder on that. That's another save.
On this one again.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's save.
Save. It's the centre. Would I have the choice of any of those, you think? I've been firing at that all the time, haven't I? So I really think I should go for that.
Yeah.
6s, I think, because I'm disordered. No good. Artillery. I'll go against your cavalry. 2 shots. I think that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
4s, 5s. No. Now these are rifle muskets. Across there. I think it's got to be the artillery. It's 4s. Oh no, it's a bad round. Moving round. So we can see each other, can't we?
Yes.
So you get obscured then,
Yeah.
don't you? So it would be undisordered. It'd be 6s.
Yeah.
So this indicates those. These guys here. They fired last time.
I think
Was the
I got
Irish?
obscured for these.
Yes, that's right. So it's 4 obscured, 5 long, 6.
Yeah. I think it's only.
I'll get one.
It's only 1 dice, isn't it?
Yes, sorry. No.
Ooh.
That's those.
I think they're in.
Yep. So it's 3 shots requiring 4s. 2 hits, 1
I was
disordered.
going to ask if it's obscured, but it doesn't matter. So 2 saves, but disordered.
Yeah, so would that have been obscured? I think so. Yeah. Certainly. Yeah, I would have been.
Although you could argue actually no, because you can see somebody with every
Yeah,
single.
yeah.
So I don't think it was.
Straight across there.
So-
Undisordered, so it'd be 5s. 1 hit.
Saving on a 4, 5, or 6. Oh yes!
Bugger.
It's been a good
Oh.
turn for saves as well. Right.
Okay.
Now, I think I have elite on my Irish brigade, so I
You
can
do.
try and shrug off
4
that
plus.
disordered. So that will be a 4+. I'm not sure if I was meant to take it at the time, but so that's
Very good.
shrug that off. Brilliant. However, they're still down on 2.
I must remember that because I had that over there.
However, your disorders all come off now, which is a lot scarier than it was when they were all on.
And these as well, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still shaking. And that one over there. And that one there. Blimey.
Okay. Okay, I think I need to start to get. There was a complaint actually. One of the grumbles we saw last time was not enough charging.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
So it's time to charge. However, it's going to be a complicated 2-move passage of lines. So
Never easy.
this unit here is going to leap and charge, move as far forward as possible and charge if able. Because I don't think, because it's going to be a 6-inch move and then a second move. So
Yes.
I'm either going to leap the fence or charge. So first the
Come on.
general's right there. Oh! Page 32.
No,
ladies
page
and gentlemen.
32.
Awful.
It just opens up at page 32.
Yeah. 2. Move to
Retreat.
the right. Retreat. 1 move.
1 move away.
Okay. I think for the sake of ease, I'm going to come across here, and it's going to be all the way back
Okay.
to here. That's what happens if we try to charge.
Yes, because, and there's also a minus, isn't there, for charging with,
And because you were within.
it's a -2 command penalty in front
Ah.
arc because they don't like to charge.
Oh, we haven't. But they will on initiative. Oh, is it?
I know,
you
so
can't
you've
charge
got
on
to charge,
initiative?
you've got to charge them, you
Okay.
can't charge an initiative.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, no initiative for foot.
Now I'm going to do my cavalry brigade first.
Where are they?
There's one here, and
Right.
this. Right. With these, I think if I try to take them out, they'll actually just be a. I'm almost using them now as a screen for this. So these guys are going to go 1 move over the fence. 8. So that is fine.
First time in the battlefield for those.
Absolutely. They're doing very well, these ones actually.
They are sticking around.
First timers. The other cavalry, I'm going to try and limber these guys. Limber these men. I'm going to mount.
Over the hedge.
I didn't actually define my order, so they're just going to get into their. No, I think the rule is, I was reading, funnily enough, you were.
Oh, yes, if you don't.
You have not declared a move other than mounting. However, I will push it ever so slightly by having them mount up in a column.
I think you can mount up any direction and formation.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, well, that's lovely. The question is what I do with the
gun. Advance it forward.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Get out of the way.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's
Yeah.
actually. So I'm going to manhandle it 3 inches over, 7, 8. Would you mind terribly just manhandling it forward so that you can hurry up, speed your own death?
That hedge-looking wall.
In fact, I think it'd probably be more. If you don't mind, I'll
No,
probably
that's
pop
fine.
it into the road
Yeah.
rather than to let the troops through. I don't know. There's probably historical frowning at that. So that is the 3 units. Irish. This is the Irish general. He's unhelpfully 1 move away. However, so we're going to take an initiative move to move to here.
Of course, you get pour it on, don't you?
Yeah, and we're going to do the same with these guys, although they have to take an initiative move of 6 inches because it's over a fence. But I think that's probably still near enough. Any more initiative moves? No. I'm going to move these as far forwards behind the thingies. They're not, it breaks down. So actually I've taken that gap out. These guys were disordered, so they're not moving. I'm going to move these guys into the woods as far as they can go, which is 6 inches. That's a 9, so that breaks down again. This
they're moving
really
all
not done
the way.
anything. I should have done this because I could have put it into a line regardless. Right. However, a breathless firing phase.
Rattle through it, John.
Absolutely. We'll start at the good end then and go to the mediocre end. So, these disordered guys against your shaken guys, I'm going to be hitting on 6s. nothing.
They move once.
They move once, so they're 4 shots.
3
3s down to 4s because you're in open order. And I get only 1 shot, but it's a disorder.
And 1 hit. 3+. Save.
Oh. Same again with these guys, hitting on 3s. So that's 2 hits and a disorder.
It's the disorders. 3 ups. Save both.
Nothing. These guys, 3 shots on 4 ups. 2 hits and a disorder.
Not a disorder.
Do is just rolling double 1s.
3s.
So they're shaken. Now I'm going to try and shoot. In fact, I will shoot these guys on a 3. No, it'll be a 4. They're not obscured, but they're also not.
Yes, it's the same.
Yeah. So miss. These guys.
Smooth balls.
I've got smooth balls, so cannot. That's unfortunate. I was really hopeful for that side. We will shoot you. You're obscured. I'm disordered, so that's on 6s. So that's 1 6. So I managed to get you disordered.
Sorry, where are you?
Sorry, these guys.
Thank you. So disorder?
Yep, but you've got 3 up save in the woods. Oh, so that's another
Right, chap.
pick away. And then these guys, 3 shots hitting on 4s. And we've hit twice, but without disorder this time.
And it's only on 4s. 1.
So shaken.
So, yes. So it's back to me, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you need to have another turn.
1, 2, 3, 4. What to do? I'm holding this side. Does it want me doing something there?
I'm going to take my disorders off while I remember.
Or do I start that side and then give myself a little bit of room? I can start at any brigade, can't I?
Yeah.
So let's move up that one up to the fence, I think. Quite nicely. Perfect. Now this one's going to come round here, 1 move and form 9 there. So around there. We can move these forward 1 fire, can't we?
Yes.
So firing down the line of that. No. That would have been a superb move.
Yeah. But they can still fire, can't they?
Yeah.
Although, maybe because there's a unit in front of them now. However, I suspect actually you probably got a good line to them instead.
These will move forward 1, 2 moves, forming a line of the swans.
No.
No, that's that all gone. Forgot about that one. So moving along. That's part of that one. So here, disorder, that's okay. I think they stay. These are disordered, so they stay. They're shaken, not disordered. So we'll start firing, I think. I think that's all I can do. Hopefully have a good round of shooting. So starting at the top with the horse gun, which we checked that out before. It's 2 shots. 4s goes to 3s.
Yes.
Oh, snake eyes. What? I did say I wanted a good round of shooting.
Yes.
What start? Okay, they're short range, aren't they?
Yes.
Closest to closest. Is that what we do? These aren't?
No, I think if the centre of the unit is, it's all sort of abstracted from the centre man. It's his line of sight.
Centre to the nearest, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you normally do.
Yeah.
So 3 shots. 4s goes to 3s.
Down to 4s because you're shaken.
4s.
Yeah.
2.
So, and disordered again. So 2 saves of 3 up, which I make, but I'm disordered.
How can it be double 1s followed by double 6s?
Yeah.
Same here, isn't it? It's 3s, disordered 4s. Straight across. 1.
Saving on a 4, 5 or 6, and I don't, so 3, but their stamina is 4 because they're...
They are, aren't they? The Irish. These 3 shots across there. 4s.
Yes, do you have forward on as well?
No, these are rifle muskets. These
Okay,
ones.
so 4, 5 or 6. And I save.
Damn. I've got to go for those. I don't want to go for those.
Yeah.
3 shots disordered, so it's 5s, open orders, 6s. No,
Ooh.
close. Not enough. Artillery. I've got to go for these. I think. Closest as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 shots, 4s, open order, 5s.
Oh,
2 hits and
that's
a
not what I
disorder.
wanted. So that's saving on 6s, which are neither of which I make, so that takes them 1 above with casualties from artillery.
Yes. Do you want to do that now because I'm not firing?
Brill. Okay.
That could take the whole.
It could. They could
Yeah.
disappear. So
It's -1 for disorder,
-1 for
2
casualty.
for over.
Casualty from artillery -3. Well, oh!
Oh!
That's a terrible roll to begin with. Let's just move that just so everyone can see this unit.
Freshly painted.
Absolutely. I think they've done a good job.
I think so.
They've lasted all game in the face of the enemy guns. Have eliminated 1.
Trying to put disordered. Mark
Yes,
on.
absolutely. Just pass those on.
So what's the broken brigade?
Oh yes. So basically, everyone behaves as if they're shaken.
Once half. So you've gone, haven't you?
Yeah. It's if the enemy comes within 12, I have to retire.
Yeah.
So you could, if you wanted to, scare my artillery off.
So you can stay there, can't you?
Yeah. Although I can't remember, did we decide it was a negative modifier to... Oh yes, they can't become unshaken once they become shaken.
That's right, yeah. So they're okay, so that's moving across. So that was the artillery firing that. So these will have to go onto there, won't it?
I think you could probably ignore it and fire at the Irish behind them, actually.
Because I don't think you'd get a save there, would you? The hard cover, would you?
No.
So 3 shots requiring 4s. 1 hit.
Yep, so they've taken a casualty.
So those firing through the woods, you're obscured and I'm disordered, so it'd be 6s. This unit here, across there, 4s.
Ooh.
3 hits and a disorder.
So 3 saves at 4s. I only lose 1, but I'm disordered.
And then these guys here firing forward, they got rifle muskets and 5s because I'm shaken.
Yes. Ooh, there's
2
still
hits.
2 hits. So 2 saves of 4 ups. And they don't, so they're also shaken. The one thing you haven't fired with is your
Oh, yeah,
artillery.
thank you.
I don't think you can fire at these Irish, but you could probably get a reasonable line to
Yes,
these.
okay. So that's 40.
Although I wonder if it
Oh,
counts
you
as
get obscured.
Yeah,
So it'll be 1 shot there, won't it?
yeah.
On a 6. Does it?
Oh, bounce off the
I could see all this. I could see this.
Oh no, we've gone off.
Oh, is that a
Dead battery.
dead battery? Right. We'll have this, and I'm afraid the sound quality is probably absolutely gone. I'll do the miserable end to compose myself. So I'm going to move the Zouaves slightly laterally and into line, and then shuffle them behind these guys. 8. So that's 1 move. So they're just going to be in line, but it's respectable at this point. I'm going to move these guys through the.
Do you want me to hold
woods.
the camera? So
To be honest, it doesn't cope too well if it's not static. That's a fail. The cavalry are out of the way now, thanks to flying lead. So the Irish. I'm going to move these guys up to the fence line. No, I am not. It's going to break down for the Irish as well. However, I'm hoping that this might look promising. I'm going to attempt to move. See, the difficulty is because they're so bad at charging.
It's just a firefight.
Yeah. I'm going to move the sharpshooters forwards. No, I am not.
No, why? So,
No movement from me.
so
Apart from the Zouaves.
shootings.
Yes.
This can make or break the game.
Let's stay over here. I'm going to fire straight ahead.
Short range.
They're disordered, so it's still fives. Breach loaders. So that's miss. Was it reroll a miss or reroll?
Reroll,
one?
yeah.
Still miss. Right. So that's not happening. These guys here.
Pour it on.
So
Four
that's
dice.
4 dice. 3s down to 4s because you're in open order. So that is 3 hits and a disorders.
I disordered already.
Yeah.
And 3 hits. 3 hits.
Yes.
Saving on 3s.
Yeah.
One.
Only one. Right.
But they're shaking because I think they're. No, they're 3s, aren't they?
Stamina 3. Yeah. These guys here. So that's 4 shots again. Hitting on 3s.
3s.
That is 4 hits and a disordered.
So the disorder stays on. 3 save on 3s.
4 saves.
4.
Oh, and you've lost 2.
Oh, it's 2.
So that's you shaking.
Shaken, that was lucky.
However, of course, because of their smooth bore muskets, these aren't in range. So I'm going to fire here. They need 4, 5 or 6. And we get a 6.
Disorder stays on, so remember
Yes.
that.
And
Now
it's
this
a
is
6
important.
save. Yeah.
This is important. So I need
This
a.
might be my opportunity to break.
Oh, so they got one over. Plus being under artillery.
Yes.
-3. Come on. 10.
Oh, that's nice. And
7.
fine.
I
7.
think that's alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
that was my chance.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was your
That
chance.
was low.
That one comes off, doesn't it? And it stays on.
Yes, yeah, you don't. Right, so now on to the less exciting end of the battlefield. Now, I think I can shoot back. I might be tempted to actually shoot it. Now you've got 1 and disorder. Oh, that should. That's off, isn't it? But I will try and shoot at you guys because you are in the thing. So I think that's 4, 5 or 6 down to 5s. Look for something magical. No. And then across here, 4, 5s or 6 down to 5s and 6s. So that's just 1.
Save on a 4.
4, 5 or 6.
Saved.
Oh, so nothing happens. Oh,
Right.
really hope that something.
I think we've got to leave
along
it there.
here.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I think so.
It's utterly in the balance though.
It is, unfortunately, we've got to leave it, haven't we? Because it's how long did that take us? 4 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of troops on the table. That's probably why we haven't got a result today.
Yeah.
And obviously, real life impedes on a good game sometimes.
Yes.
So thoughts?
I really liked the entry. I think that's.
What, the reinforcements?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
not bad, is it?
I think because it stops the classical. If we all just had 3 brigades, everyone just runs up in a line, and we form a line and
That's
duke
right,
it
blows
out.
away.
It allows, this. I really liked your loading this flank because really I'm delaying now. I've stood deliberately far back. This side, because it was the cavalry versus my guys, but we didn't quite make the progress I was hoping.
No, and the terrain there was quite close, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the Irish brigade. I think if these had been opposites, it would have been a lot more straightforward. Or if the cavalry had folded quicker. The question was, should I have folded the cavalry away earlier?
You couldn't because you're disordered.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you could do the disorderly retreat.
Yes.
That might be an option.
And I just wonder if.
I think if you did that, I wouldn't have come forward.
Yeah.
I'd have stayed here because I knew I was going to be overloaded in the middle.
Yeah. So it's interesting. But then I would have had some manoeuvrability to because in a way we both got into this interesting seesaw battle where you were clearly winning here. I was looking like I was winning here, but actually it wasn't. You suddenly realise how difficult, you know, in my head I'd gone, oh, just charge them. I'd forgotten about the reluctance to charge.
Yeah.
We'll just charge forwards. These are going to be guys.
And I think it reflects the tactics of the time very well.
Everybody liked the firefight.
You get close and firefight, and that's it. One side breaks.
Yeah.
And then comes back normally.
Yes.
But how many units did you lose today?
Just the cavalry.
I lost one regiment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I say, it's not a Napoleonic game. That's a different outcome. It's American Civil War, and it reflects it very well.
Yeah.
So that's it, John.
Wonderful.
Right, so we're at game's end, and we had a quick chat, and it's a very enjoyable game. The Union forces, restricted somewhat by the close terrain here, didn't really get to grips with the Confederate left flank, held precariously by the two cavalry regiments. It was the late arrival of the Union combined with the density of the terrain held it up. So that really was, although it looks like a Union victory on this flank. You move into the centre, the Irish Brigade are closing in. These two regiments here are both shaken and disordered. Doesn't look very good there. So the Union are fresh troops at the back there, a bit hesitant coming forward. Eventually saw off the Cavalry Brigade, which did very well today. So if these two went, they've already lost a regiment, and that would have been a broken brigade, and that would have been, I think it was inevitable that. Coming across to my right flank, I think the Confederates carried this flank purely for weight of numbers. I don't think the Union troops really were up for it today, were they?
No, I think.
And they also lost their commander, which we forgot.
Oh yes.
That we play that if you lose a commander, he's replaced, but with a general of lesser rank.
Yes.
Which obviously makes them a bit more.
And they were fairly hesitant with the general of higher rank.
Yeah. So whether or not I could have shifted stuff that way, I don't think I had the time. Possibly could have come through the middle here with something.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I have so many thoughts.
You can't go.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's going to go into a spiral.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no doubt we'll be thinking about what we should have done for the rest of the day. Missed opportunities somewhere along the line, but no, a very enjoyable game.
It was.
And as usual, any remarks, both positive and negative, always welcome. We made a couple of faux pas along the way, but it's our first game back, I think, to November, is it?
Yeah, it's been a real while. Probably seems longer because it will now take me another month to edit all this together.
That's your job.
Absolutely. But the crossroads is still in contention.
I'll supply the troops, you can do the camera work. Brilliant. That's the deal.
Yes, I like it.
Yes, any remarks are always appreciated, and any ideas for scenarios or what you want to see next, we'll take on board.